taking them so long to get back to that level of greatness?
Well, when I played with the Cowboys, we were good on offense and defense, and defense wins. I just think that the team is really young, which is going to be a plus for them. It's just this season they'll be playing against a lot of the best teams in the league, and if they can win 9 or 10 games this year, man, I think they'll be on track to go into the playoffs and be successful.
Charles, I know that back in 2016, 2 years ago, you had your book Fear No Evil, and you wrote a little bit about how you didn't think the NFL had done enough for guys who had mental health concerns or were looking for that kind of help. Do you think they've improved at all in recent years, or what's your take in general on how the NFL works to try and address that with some of their players?
Not really. I don't think that the NFL is doing anything. It's the Player Association and the NFL. The collective bargaining agreement is kind of hampering a lot of it, but it boils down to players. Man, players have to understand that if they are acting like me, if I'm one of those guys to go in the locker room and tell these guys exactly how I felt, how I saw the world, and how I reacted to it, and that they don't have to go through this alone, and that it's a lot of people around that suffer through mental illness, and they come out the fire a better man or better woman, but they think that they're the only one unique to it, and that's what kills them.
Charles, James Courtney, Die Hard Media. In your time in the NFL, you faced many great players. Who do you think would be the greatest challenge that you faced offensive lineman-wise going up against them? Who was your greatest and why?
When I played, I think Jackie Slater and Anthony Munoz, there were the two ones that, Jackie just, he headbutted me so hard, and I saw Jesus in all his forms, I'm telling you, in the old days, the offensive lineman used to clean you up, and I guarantee you, if he'd have cleaned me up, I would have quit playing football. I went to the sideline. I went all the way down where the kickers at and threw my helmet away, and I had to think a little while whether I want to do this shit or not. And then Anthony Munoz, he was a great technician, and he was a warrior, and I was playing against him, and I got a sack, and he started saying stuff in another language. So I'd never heard Spanish before, so I ran out the field, and I said, man, he's going crazy. He's over there talking to someone. They said, that's Spanish. I said, what the hell is a Spanish? But so it was always learning things, and that's the best part about the NFL is that you're always learning new things. You're always learning how to adapt, how to work together, and function together, and be able to laugh about it.
Charles, what was your favorite memories of Dallas Cowboys?
I got a ton of those. 3 on the Super Bowls. And you know what? It's being around. Jerry is one of my favorites. I love that dude. I think Jimmy. I've learned how to be able to process. Bill Walsh was the intellectual, George was a micromanager, Jimmy was the authoritarian, and Barry Switzer, was a player's coach. So, I've learned how to deal with all different types of players and coaches, and I think that's the highlight of my career, being able to play for so many good men and learn from them.
Charles, it's notoriously difficult in the NFL for a pass rusher to put up double-digit sacks 1 year, let alone year after year. Now that DeMarcus put up 14.5 last season, it's going to be difficult for this season as teams slide double and triple teams towards him. What would be your advice to DeMarcus to keep that ball rolling as far as getting double-digit sacks in 2018 as well?
Well, he got to be humble. You know, he got to realize that he's going to be the focal point and be okay with it. You know, they did that to me, and but it freed up some other guys. So if some of the other guys can pick up the torch and play, then they can't focus just on him. And like what I tell them all the time, they used to bring tight ends over to Jimmy and backs to Jimmy. I said, those guys ain't going out for a pass. So, you know, you helping the team in multiple ways. So, and you know, he has a skill set. You know, he can close his eyes and not even go out to practice. But he has a skill set now, and he has the confidence to go with it. Without the confidence, then you won't try the moves. And that's what hampers a lot of guys. They want to try to think they can do it on Sunday, but they can't do it on Monday. So it ain't gonna happen.
Do you believe a guy that you've been around your playing career and now been sort of a functioning assistant coach, Jason Garrett? Do you believe Jason Garrett has the type of makeup to be a Super Bowl winning head coach, given all the type of Super Bowl coaches you've been around?
You know what? As Bill Walsh told me, he said, it's always good to have talented players around you. So I think Jason has whatever it takes. It's just, you got to put some players. You got to get 2 or 3 on offense, 2 or 3 on defense, and then you know what? That makes your team because you got to hold each other accountable. Jason got to hold the whole team accountable, and then leaders on the offense and defense got to hold players accountable because at the end of the day, we police each other.
With the potential cancellation of Randy Gregory here coming soon in the next few days, do you think that this potentially will likely be his last chance at the NFL career? Do you think that Gregory can finally become that complimentary piece for somebody like Lawrence to take that pressure off?
Hey man, he ain't played in a couple years, so I don't know. You know what? You have to see. I'm one of those guys. I verify then trust, and I don't trust then verify. Okay, so I got to see it first, and I got to see attitude change. I got to see him being a professional. I got to see him being able to deal with y'all clowns, and not go back into the woodshed. He just, it's a lot of things that he's going to have to deal with that has nothing to do with football that can trip him up. So I'm happy if he comes back. Then I get a chance to go over and talk to him, and try to inspire him if I can.
Thanks, Charles.